What's up, everybody? This is Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, your source for classic gaming goodness. Now we are back on Final Fantasy XI Online in the year 2016. Now you may know, if you're a subscriber to Happy Beard Games, that I had a series in 2015 called Final Fantasy XI in 2015. So we're going to create character. Now you do have 5 different races. Some of the races include male and female, some of them do not, which is a little odd. Okay, so you've got Hume male and Hume female. You've got Elvon male, Elvon female, which is what we're going to choose, by the way, guys. We got Taru male and Taru female. We got Mithra female, which is only female. You can only be female Mithra in this game. And Galka, which is what my last character is, Galka male. Can only be male Galka in this game. Now once you choose one of these races, you have the option to customize them a little bit. Not too intricately, but just a little bit. So let's choose the race that I want to be, which is Elven, which is basically like an elf. I already know which one I'm going to choose, but there is 8 faces. And then each of these faces actually has 2 different hair colors. So you can kind of choose a little bit further in detail. It's not the most in-depth character creator. We're going to do face 6 and we're going to do hair color B. Now you can see that I have these stats on the left hand side. I have strength, dexterity, vitality, agility, intelligence, mind, and charisma. And then some of those are dependent on my race, and that's mostly what they'll be for now. Now I do want to point out that any race in this game can be any class or job in this game. So you don't have to worry about specific classes to races. It's not like that. Now I'm choosing small, medium, large. That is my height. It changes a little tiny bit for your race. You can be a little bit slightly taller or a little bit slightly smaller, or you can be medium. So I'm going to choose large. Now my last character, Granadin, was a warrior. This time we are not choosing warrior, so we're going to choose... we're going to look at the other classes. We have Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage, and Thief. Now, Thief is pretty self-explanatory. Red Mage is a combination of white and black magic, and white magic is healing, of course, and black magic is offensive attack magic. But not necessarily. There's some other things that black magic can do, and there's also other things that white magic can do. These are mainly like wizards, so they use staves and robes and light armor. The Red Mage can use swords and daggers as well, and some armor. So that's pretty cool. And then also Monk is a hand-to-hand fighter. They also use like fist weapons. Additionally, these are the original Final Fantasy NES jobs that are available in that game. So it's pretty cool. They're taking some inspiration directly from the original Final Fantasy on the Nintendo. So we're going to choose Red Mage. Yep, I'm going to be a Red Mage. And I already have a name thought up, so I'm just going to type that in right now. Spelled it right, and then now my last character was on the Bahamut server, which is already selected. I did some research online, mostly on Reddit, and for some people that were questioning me on my last videos about what are the most populated servers, currently Bahamut is pretty popular. That's what I'm on now. I think it's the 3rd most popular server right now. Azura is the one we're going to choose because it has the most English players from what I've heard, and I'm an English player. Also, there is Odin. Odin, I think, is also one of the more popular ones, and that one's more Japanese players, I heard. So Bahamut, Azura, or Odin, I think, are the top ones. If not, I will post a link to where I found the information in the description box below. So let's choose Azura. Right, here we go. That's pretty much how you create your character. Now you do have 3 kingdoms that you can choose from, your starting cities. You have Sandioria. The Elven, a proud race of warriors, forged this kingdom in northern Quan from the fires of civil war. House de Oragail has ruled this fortress city of Sandioria for over 500 years. 2 elite chivalric orders keep watch over the kingdom. The Royal Knights patrol its borders, while the Temple Knights maintain peace within the capital. Thanks to their vigilance, no army has ever breached the city walls. You also have the Republic of Bastok. Okay, so this is more like where the humans and the Galkas are from, and it's more of a mining town with caves and sort of like a desert outside. Now, San D'Oria is the elven city, as I'd read the description for that one, and it's more like a medieval kingdom area with a forest around it. That's what we're going to choose, because not only do I get an extra ring for starting out as an elf or an elven in Sandoria, it's actually my favorite town to start in, so I'm going to start that anyways. And then there's Windurst, which is where the cat people, the Mithra, and the Taru, the small sort of mage people, are from. So this is a very magic-oriented city with the Taru and the Mithra. And it's actually pretty cool. It's in a jungle, and it's in sort of savanna atmosphere, sort of like Africa. And that's where my main character's from, by the way, guys. So we're going to choose Sandoria. Load this up, register Elswood, and begin play. The fortress city of San D'Oria lies to the north on the great continent of Quan, the beating heart of an ancient kingdom. It is home to 1,000 legends past. But now her reign of glory is but a memory. Heroes raise shining swords to the heavens no more. The sun has set on the kingdom of knights, an old lion never to rise again, thus do some dismiss her now. Yet young elven knights still venture proudly into the wilds of Vanadiel, determined to triumph over any foe. On this particular day, there comes a new adventurer ready to make a name for herself in San D'Oria. The king wishes to bolster his ranks, and Elswood has journeyed far to answer the call. Should fortune favor her, bards across the land will sing of her exploits for generations to come. Of course, she has only begun her rise to glory. No one can tell what her future holds. Never before has she set foot within the Elvan capital, but she is resolved to let nothing stand in her way. Say, are you an adventurer? My name is Roshafog, and I'm an adventurer too. I have just arrived in San D'Oria. And I am already struck at how little has changed. Time has no dominion over this city. Can you see the great cathedral yonder? Faithful Sandorians gather there still and worship to the goddess of the dawn. And behold its balcony. Could the paps still rise there to grant benedictions? And they must be royal knights. Swiftly do they return to Chateau d'Oragal, surely from some expedition abroad. You too must learn the difference between the Temple Knights and the Royal Knights if you're to bear Sandorian citizenship. The Temple Knights shield the capital while the Royal Knights strike at our foes. I heard mention in my travels that Prince Treon had assumed control of the Royal Knights. Yes, Treon, of him I've heard naught for ages. I do hope the princes are well. And Princess Clyde. Fair is said to be the younger sister of Tryon and Piaget. Perhaps someday I may meet her. But I ramble, many pardons. So long have I been away that my head races. Please let me hear your questions. So I have these little options that I can choose. I'm just going to say I want to go outside and fight. You seem confident of yourself. I am much relieved. Should you wish to leave the city from here in northern Sandoria, you must pass through Ranper Gate to the west. You surely must have a map of the city, but hear my directions anyway. First, walk west from the parade grounds upon which we now stand. Pass through the gate and follow the road past the furniture shop and the inn. Take the gate to your left and make another left down the stairs. Soon Rampart Gate will rise before you. Do you follow? Adventure proudly for Sandoria, and your sword shall never falter. Oh, before I forget, I give you this for your journey. Show it to Matilde, who stands before the drawbridge to Chateau d'Oragale. She might be a tad more critical than most, so you might want to be careful. However, know you of our tradition regarding the bequeathal of objects given to others? We open the main menu and select Trade. Open the map option from the main menu, select markers, and then scroll to the right to find where she is stationed. Do not hesitate to ask other adventurers for help. Now I must go and seek entrance to the castle. May we meet again, Elswood. Alright guys, let's begin our journey in Final Fantasy XI. Now I want to show you my status real quick. This is the status page. This is an RPG, guys. This is an MMORPG. So it's not only a role-playing game like a Dungeons & Dragons game or a classic Final Fantasy, it's also online at all times. So we got other players that we might interact. So sometimes my episodes may or may not go as planned. So you got to keep that in mind because it's an online-only game. And yeah, so I'm a level 1 Red Mage. These are all my stats, and basically you have experience points. You level up. My first level will be at 500. Now, what we are going to do today, specifically, is we're going to do 2 quests, and then this little starting quest that was introduced to us in the intro cutscene. So let's go do that first, and then we'll start 2 quests that'll sort of lead into the game, sort of like a tutorial quest. Now, there's a couple things I want to do right before I forget, and that is go to equipment. And yeah, so basically, by the way guys, I'm playing with a PlayStation 2 controller that I'm plugged in through USB, but I also have the mouse, so I got this mouse pointer here. You can play with the mouse and keyboard on the Windows version as well as controllers, and it's pretty cool. So what I want to do is I got a weapon, onion dagger actually. So I'm going to equip that to my main hand. You can see this is your this is all your equipment. In your equipment section, you have your main hand, your sub hand, ranged, ammo, head, neck, 2 earrings, body, hands, 2 rings, a back armor, waist armor, pants, and boots. We also want to equip the Sandorian ring, which you get from being an Elven in the Elven city. If I were to start it in the other cities, I would not have gotten this ring. So let's equip that because it gives us 2 defense, strength +1, and mind +1, and it's usable by all jobs at level 1. And then we've got this other armor, which I already came equipped with. So luckily I have something. Okay, now what we need to do first is we need to go find that lady who is over here. I'm going to zoom in a tad, and we're going to find her. She should be somewhere straight over here. I think I see her already. Right there. And we're going to go up and we're going to talk to her first. Pleased to meet you, new recruit. Is there anything about which you wish to inquire? So you've got all these things that you can get help with. And there's a few things that are actually really important, including Trust Initiative, Records of Eminence. Actually, all this is pretty important. So if you're new to the game, this is a good place to start out if you're playing on your own. Now, I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, so there's a few things that I know what to do already, but, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that instead of talking to her, but, yeah, there's some cool stuff here. So I want to map the area I'm in. Okay, and now we have, nothing for now, but we do need to click on her, or at least highlight her, using a tab, or either using the D-pad on your controller, and then pushing the menu button, which for me is triangle, and then going down to trade, and we're going to trade her that adventurer coupon. And it's what its description is the coupon is distributed to promising recruits to get them started. So we're going to trade that to her, and she should help us out a little bit at the start, like the guy said in the opening cutscene. So, are you a new recruit? Hello, I am Matilde. You seem nice, much nicer than the other adventurers. Remember, ask for help if you lose your way. why don't I give you a little money for your adventure coupon there, just to get you started? Spend it wisely. Should you lose your way, just check your map from the main menu. Have you had the opportunity to speak with Alaun down by the West Gate in southern Sandoria? She is said to be a veritable treasure trove of knowledge useful to adventurers like yourself. Farewell and good luck to you. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. We're going to go find Alaun, or Alaun. Alaun. Sorry about my pronunciations for a lot of the characters in this game, specifically the Elven area. I don't pronounce things properly, but I'll do my best. And that'll be throughout the whole game. So, yeah, we're going to go see Alaun down by Westgate in southern Sandoria. I believe we're in northern Sandoria right now, so we just go down south a little bit. And that's pretty much what we do. So we got 50 gil, not very much, but it's a start. And that helpful hint of finding Alaun. So, other thing that I gotta do that I forgot to do when I was doing my equipment was I am a red mage, of course, so I use magic, and it starts you out with one spell. This is how you get spells. You have to actually get the scroll and then kind of use it, and then you can, you know, you get that spell available to you to be able to use in battle, or for healing outside of battle or in battle, or just any kind of magic that you would use in the game. You have to learn it through scrolls. You don't learn it just by leveling up, you learn it through scrolls. So I got the scroll of Dia. Now let's just check what that is in the magic category real quick. I believe it's a white magic. So Dia lowers an enemy's defense and gradually deals light elemental damage. So that's always good to use, especially at this point in the game when you're fighting an enemy. So you always want to have Dia cast on them if you can, because it does take MP or magic power, which currently, if you want to know how much MP and HP you have, you go down here, you see my name. I have 32 HP and 22 MP. So that's pretty important to know. The yellow bar is your MP and the reddish pink bar is your health. Okay, so let's go down to southern Sandoria, but first let's check the map because I know where I'm going, but you might not know where I'm going. So this is where I'm at right now. We started out in the parade ground near the drawbridge area, and now we're going down to southern Sandoria. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to be ending this video a little bit short just because time constraints. I want to keep these videos a little bit shorter than I used to, so I'm going to keep this one at 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and that's how it's going to be from now on. So there might be a few slightly abrupt endings on some of my videos like this one. If you want to support my channel, Happy Beard Games, please leave a like, it helps a lot. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Share it on various social media, including Twitter, and subscribe today for more classic gaming goodness and more Final Fantasy XI content. Alright guys, until next time, Happy Beard Games, we'll see you then. Happy Beard Games, out.